So I finally got to visit my friend Steve with a parts car. This is his 3rd gen Prelude. Someone recently stole the wheels, so it's on blocks, but it does run in drive. And it is quite nice, but in his backyard there is a parts car that I plan to take some items off of, as well as his storage building that has lots of really good stuff in it as well. Valve covers, various plastics, different types of accessories, throttle bodies, random items that are kind of hard to find and beneficial overall. So I started collecting parts, and here you can see an intake, some OEM coolant hoses, distributor, various plastics, valve cover, and some trunk liners.
We got a bunch of parts. We got original valve cover gasket, idler pulley, EGR block offs, the back caps for the trunk. We got a cover for the seatbelt light, various coolant hoses here, headlight surrounds, some grounds, a dizzy, the AC delete belt, a kick pedal, the trunk cover for the jack. These are the power and grounds for running a battery to the trunk. A much nicer valve cover than the one we have. An intake and some various trunk parts back there.
So I decided to remove the dizzy as well as a few other components right on the side of the motor here. You can see that I'm just cleaning up. It was my intention to clean up the contacts inside the distributor cap as well as the ground. Here I'm comparing the old dizzy versus the new used dizzy that I got. I'm just swapping some parts over, making it nice and clean and making sure the wiring looks better than it did. I used a Dremel here with a steel brush wheel to remove a lot of the buildup. And you can see here how much better this dizzy cap looks, as well as cleaning the contact points on the inside. You can only imagine how much better this will operate. Reassembling the distributor, putting it back, as well as removing the EGR valve, because I did receive EGR block off plates.
Trash.
And you can just see how dirty some of these components are. Just cleaning that up.
I am 80% sure I'm about to break something. Oh my god, it didn't break. Wow, that's amazing. That's the first note off the EGR valve. I'm about to take off and put a block off plate on it.
In theory, you could take any kind of metal and recreate these shapes. They're the EGR block offs, and then get a gasket or something similar. Use a material to create a gasket, block off your EGR. There are a couple lines that run along the back of the valve cover, and a few of them are not needed. Here I'm just removing with a grinding wheel on a Dremel one of those pieces off of a bracket. And since I don't have an oscillating tool, I'm using my Dremel to cut this intake so that I can make it fit.